Here we go. Here comes the sales boy. This. Just get this out of the road. Look at the pivot on that. Got a wee party of cows following me this morning. Morning, Holly. What a bee. Big breakdown. It's the drill working there. Good morning. There's 2 clues in today's video as to what tractor we've bought. If you don't get them by the clues, then next video you'll definitely find out. It's been a bit of a tease, but we don't buy a tractor that often, so I've strung it out a bit. I'm going to take these spuds off this trailer, and then I'm going to get one of those Dolabs on, and that'll be for Percy along the road. I'm just heading along the road to yard number 2. I've parked a bit wonky, but anyway, they're off. Percy's out of grub, so this will do him for a wee while. I'm going to ease him off a wee bit, maybe bring him down to kind of half a bucket rather than a full pail, because he's beefed up a wee bit, and I think he's just fine where he is. It is a very tight squeeze in this doorway. Done this here, bedding for the piggies. And we'll get feed up here for the big man. How you doing, fella? This Kev just pulled up behind me, he's ready to shift down up here. We've got horses up here, and they kind of put it out into 2 separate spots, and it fills up pretty quick. Porker's bedded and fed, same with the pen up there. Percy's just hanging about waiting for me to feed him. As soon as I walk around this corner. Oh, I've beat him. There he is. Good boy. Yeah, fella. Oh, he's nice and warm. It's a cold day today. Warm up my hands. Good beast. You'll not miss me today. Just got this jacket handed in. Erne Valley Bruisers. So, good bruiser it was in the other day. They do all our bruising. I think they've got 2 big bruisers that nip about all across. Bruising here, there and everywhere. So, if you're needing any bruising done, there you guys. Erne Valley Bruisers. As Kev just back with the trailer there, he was shifting done. So he's back on here now, and then we're going to go and both grade some potatoes, dress them, split them into just make up wee bags. We're needing some for the farm shop. The demo forklift's meant to be arriving just any time. So I always say this is a forklift, but it's not, it's a telehandler. But I've always called it a forklift, and I will always call it a forklift. It's got forks and it lifts, but technically a telehandler, whereas the one that's coming is a forklift. Hope the cows have got a strong jaw on them today, the bales are frozen. Right, we'll get this box up there. Hopefully, all going to plan. Easy does it, steady does it. Spud came in a bit. Every time. I don't think I've ever tipped that and not spilt the spud somewhere. Anyway, there we go. Right, we're off and moving. Coming out the hopper, up the along the top, down the bottom, into the bag and on the pile. That's basically it. Right, we're back in action. I had a wee breakdown there. This secondary belt here, it slipped off. So that's the motor, runs this big pulley, and that drives this secondary belt that runs up to here and runs this cog. So this cog drives the whole roller system up there. So basically this belt down there slipped off. Anyway, just put it back on, whether it had a stone in behind it or something that nudged it off, but it's running fine now. Last spud, hopper's empty, that'll do there. Turn it back down again. Done. I was thinking there'd be a forklift here by now, it's 12:30. I was thinking it was 10:30, 11 it was gone, but obviously not. I think this was emptied on Monday, it's Thursday today, so it's only 3 days worth of junk. Oh, there's a fair whack of stuff in there. We're needing to get to the bottom of that conveyor, and there's a bit of moisture in under a panel. We'll need to take a panel off, so shifting stuff out of the way so we can get in. Just get this out of the road and then we'll be able to get into up there with the cage. He's got the panel off the end of it. You can see where it's been dripping a wee bit, but it pulls up a bit, so just made sure it can't pull up anymore by taking the base panel off of it. And now any water that comes from outside in just keeps going, lands right there. There's all the water that was pulled up inside it. Shove this back in where it's meant to go. Conveyor system in there runs off chutes that are on pulleys. We broke a pulley, shifting bales at Christmas time. Anyway, I've got another pulley here. I threaded this, you'll see me threading it, and then attach it to a purlin so that can't come off of that edge. That's why we put the thread right down to there. Safety. So if you're watching at harvest time, you'll have known that we run a kind of conveyor system and chutes coming off of it, and there's valves up there on ropes. Anyway, this chute, you can see the strings in the wrong place because pulley was over there but it got broken. You can see the old pulley still on the rope, so we'll get that changed. So there's the old mount, so I might be able to just put the bolt through there because this is on a swivel, so I could bolt it on like that. Might need a washer. Oh, there's washers on there. That might work just fine. That's it. If you want to tie that. So that's it there, should do fine. They're not getting moved that often, so the shaft won't wear out or anything. We're going to put a J-bolt through there basically and butt it right up to there, and that loop would have gone through the J-bolt, but this mount works fine. So yesterday tried to take the bearing off of the shaft for the brush that we have, and I didn't take the grub screw out. Broke the casing. Groundwater, that's who we're getting a demo from. Toyota machine that's just arrived. Big lorry that. Big ramp in here, here it is. Another wee demo. We're actually the one behind that, it's quite big. I thought it might be better with a wee machine like this, but prefer the size of this. So it's a three-wheeler, so it just has one at the back. Well, it's a double, but it's not on either side. But prefer the size of that, getting in and about that shed. But because the yard, it won't be as good because it's lower clearance to the ground than that one coming off. And also the two wheels in the back of the other one means it won't dig in so much as one would. Before he puts this wee one back on and I don't get a shot of it, I'm just going to try it about the yard, because that's the main issue right now. Is if we want to use it on the farm, we want to be able to get about and not get stuck in potholes and stuff. Just giving it a quick spin just to, because I think that other one's too big. It lifts 2.5 ton. I mean, if we've got heavy stuff, just use the JCB. It's a wee nimble thing. I mean, this is an old machine that's a bit battered, and look at the pivot on that. Look at that. That's surreal. We've never had one forklift like this. If you make sure and avoid any serious potholes, it's fine, this thing. Because the amount of time we'll be spending out in the yard here will be minimal, unless we need it. So, I think I prefer using this thing, to be honest. This is the bigger machine, it's a lot bigger, to be honest. 900 kilo more this will lift. We'll give this a shot for a couple of days, see how we get on. This lifts to 4.6 metres, we're not needing this. This shed, the 3 metre machine, would do wonders. Here we go. Here comes the sales boy. Just got the big machine, just comparing the turning circle on this versus the wee machine. The wee machine was amazing. I mean, this is pretty much the same. This is about 6.5 foot to the centre radius, so 13-foot circle. And this is a 10-foot circle, 5 foot to the radius. Look at that. Anyway, better go and actually use it instead of just messing about. Wrong side. Just getting these boards out, so these go on the racking They make up shelves. We're just shifting some kind of rubbishy ones. Kev's having a wee shot in that machine. Seems alright. Seems to be fine with the yard. I've not got it stuck or beached yet. It's quite potholy, the yard at the moment. Another wee digger job if we got a digger. It's quiet anyway. It's got a wee whine to it as the motor's turning over. This machine will do 8 hours on a single charge, and obviously when it's sitting idling, it's not turning over like a diesel engine or anything like that. And the wee machine would do 6 hours. This works a treat. Got those done. Doing this one now. Right, we've been messing about. We've got a few things shifted. So these are all the boards, goes in the shelves. We've done a couple of boards here and a few boards over there, and then we've shifted some pallets and shifted them up there. Get some space in here, because clearly you can see there's not much floor space. We strip here and a wee strip there. So we could really do with floor space in here. So tomorrow morning we'll finish that off. We'll get all these bits and bobs shifted, get it all packed away, get it relatively neat. Pizza oven. Need to get that sorted. Still waiting on a tiler for the pizza oven. Been a while. We did it once and then they all fell off and then never returned back. Last job, I need to shift these down into the bottom shed. A fair heap of tatties there. Coos are happy as Larry there. Getting a good lie down. Nice and clean. New beast. You're a barrel. She was a barrel last year as well. This is when I find out how badly I've stacked these spuds. They all come tumbling down when you hit a wee pothole. That's everything for this video. Cheers for watching. Like and sub in those two corners. See you tomorrow. Do you see the road?